So this is just a quick update, just to tell you what I'm doing on the Jeep. So I've got all these parts painted. Most of these are flat black. Some of them have a light coat of Tamiya clear to give them like a semi-gloss finish. And then I painted the exhaust and the springs. And this is just the beginning. I got the wheels with a gloss coat of black. And then over here I've got all the body parts painted. The Tamiya sand, light sand color. I've got the seats painted. I wanted them to be a darker brown. Not that it matters, but so these are this is a Tamiya paint as well. It's called I think it's called dull red, as a matter of fact. These are on the bottom of ship models. It looks like primer almost, but it's probably a little darker. But I'll probably give that a light coat of Tamiya clear as well, just to make it look like leather a little more, with a little bit of sheen on it. And that's about it. We're just waiting for everything to dry. I probably will let this all dry today, and then starting tomorrow when I have time, I'll start piecing it together. I still have some detail work to do on each and all the pieces. Those little things will come later. These are the door panels. Typically on a Wrangler, they're black usually. The dashboards are all black. The side panels are black. I think even the carpet's black. But usually the seats are a different color. So this is the hard top, or the soft top. I put a piece of tape on here because there's a window on here and it has a tint on it. Or actually it's not a window, it's just shiny. So by putting a piece of tape on there and the top being a matte black, when I peel the tape off, this part of the piece will be shiny and look like glass. I know this from the fact I already built one of these before, and that's what I did on the last one, so I know that's going to work. You just do, if you build one of these, obviously you don't want to paint that matte black. It'll just blend in with the top, won't look like glass. And that's about it. Just an update. So that's where we're at. So in the previous video, this is basically mocking it up. I just wanted to make sure, see how everything fits, especially after I painted it. And everything worked fine. And then I'll pop it all apart. And I need to add stickers or decals or whatever I use to detail the dash out a little bit. Really not a lot to detail. I'll detail the tire, the exhaust system. I didn't put this on. This is a tailpipe. I didn't put the mirrors on because I thought they might be difficult to get back off. I didn't want to break them. And then wheels and tires. These are the wheels, and some of these wheels have a silver trim line on them, so I will probably try to do that. But also these are painted with gloss, and I think I painted it yesterday, so I don't want to push real hard on these and get fingerprints and everything on them. So I'm going to give them another day or two to dry. That's one thing, is that when you this, as you can see when I had it together, but you can see that it does resemble a Jeep. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's a Jeep Gladiator. So even though it's a snap kit, it's well worth, even if you wanted to use glue. And like I say, on the other one, I used glue in a few spots. Not that it's necessary if you don't want to. But this is not like a kid's snap kit in the sense that it's going to be an unrealistic vehicle or out of scale or have some weird parts. It just makes a very good stock replica. Because it was white and I painted this tan, the body panels, those are molded in white. You can paint them any color you want. So it's just a good kit. And now, once I pop it apart, I will detail out the different parts on it. And then, you got to put the stickers or decals for the headlights, driving lights, of course the tail lights in the back. Not all of these Jeeps. Some of these Jeeps will have a black grille. That's the thing about a Jeep. They have so many different options. I have a Wrangler, so does my wife. But the Jeep, and this is basically a Wrangler, from here up, not including the bed. But there's so many options on different, because they go off-roading. A lot of the options are in the suspension. There's lots of different kinds of suspensions you can get. And some of them, depending on what kind it is, the fenders can be the body color or the fenders can be black. Same thing with the roof, like on a Sahara version of a Wrangler. On a Sahara version of the Wrangler, the roof, the hard top, this is a soft top. The hard top is usually the same color as the body. So are the fenders. The Sahara is like the luxury version, so it comes in those, and it has, like leather interior, which is why I painted these a darker brown, so to speak, or reddish color, to simulate a dark leather. But some of them. So I finished the Jeep Gladiator, quick build from Airfix. To get a better idea, I have a lot of unbuilt 124 kits, but I don't have a lot that are built. So I'm guessing that the Jeep is around 120 scale, because it does seem to be a little slightly bigger than the 124. I mean, obviously it's a truck, it's going to be bigger than a Porsche 959, but still, I mean, just by looking at the door and the door handles and such like that, or whatever, and even the wheels, you can see that the Jeep is a little bigger. But 120th scale is fine, and there's 120th scale kits and all kinds of stuff. So that's not a big deal. But it's not, unless it's some weird scale, but there's no scale on the box. But if you wanted to display it next to other vehicles, I think it would fit right in and be okay. So what I did was, there's not a lot to do on the bottom. I just painted the exhaust silver, painted the wheel black to match the rest of the wheels. These wheels are painted gloss black. It's a Tester's gloss black. It's an enamel paint. And the rest of this is painted a light tan from Tamiya and matte black from Tamiya. And that's about it, I think. Now, the decals here, this would be a Mojave version I made. So what I did was, because I have other Jeep kits to build, and I've built other Jeep kits before. So I made a decal sheet with all kinds of different labels, which mostly go on the hood or on the back or wherever you want to put them. But this way I could just have the decals ready next time I work on the Jeep, and I can make it whatever I want. So I can make it a Rubicon, a Sahara, a Willys version, high altitude, high tide, which was a very limited edition, or whatever style I want to do. But it's just easier to make a, you don't want to waste decal paper, so I printed them all on the same piece of paper. My printer only prints in black, so but most of the time these logos are in black anyway. A lot of Jeep owners will have custom logos made for them that can say anything you want it to say, and they just put them in the same place on the hood. So a Mojave Jeep has a suspension and some other things that are specifically made for high heat and desert areas. So it's not just a word on the hood. There are different mechanical differences between a regular Jeep and a Mojave. Anyway, so I did use the stickers for the taillights and the headlights. I used a chrome pin for the driving lights. These are the marker lights. I'm going to put some orange on the corner there. Their lenses are white, but I believe the inside is a orange bulb. But yeah, it came out pretty good. I didn't put this on my turntable because it rolls, and it would just roll right off because it barely fit on that turntable that I have anyway. So in order to avoid a disaster, but I did pop it apart from the previous video clip and just detailed it just a little bit there and put it back together. So I recommend this kit. This is the second one I've built. I might build another one depending on what kind of project I was going to do with it. It just depends. Obviously, it'd be pretty hard to put an engine in it because there's a lot of plastic between here and where the engine would go. And you'd really have to do some major modifications. And this being, to me, a little bit of an odd scale, I'm not 100% sure what the scale is. It may not fit a 124 Jeep kit chassis or whatever, so you may have to use, like something from Iceman's chassis or something like that to put this body on, and then you could go to town and put an engine on it, because the hood is a separate part. So you could do that if you really wanted to get crazy with it. But I'm fine with it just the way it is. I just like the vehicle. I just like the way it looks. So that's it. That's it for this one. I just want to say it's done, and I wanted to make a quick video and let you know that I finished it. I'm working on a group build, which is a RX-7. I'm going to start another vehicle, something that I want to build, but I have so many. Not that I have a lot of kits. I mean, I have definitely less than 100 kits. But going through them and picking out something that I want to do is the story. So, but I recommend this kit. I recommend you try it out if you have an interest in pickup trucks or Jeeps or whatever. And they don't cost that much. They're usually around like 20 bucks, 25, depending on where you get it, and shipping and tax and all that nonsense. So they're relatively well priced. And if you, even if you paint it, a couple of days, you paint the parts one day, let them dry. Next day, as long as you're using like a lacquer or something and whatever, or depending on, even with a lacquer clear coat, these have a Tamiya clear coat over them. The black parts, not all the black parts, but some of the parts do, to give them just a slight satin finish. And then the tan painted parts do have Tamiya clear on them. Not a lot, just a light coat. And yeah, you could do things with it, just depending on what you want to do. So that's it for the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Probably will be an update on the RX-7, and then maybe another intro video on what new project I'm going to be building and starting on. And that's how it's going on this Tuesday. I'm crazy tired. I worked long days on Sunday, Monday, and today. So tomorrow I have off to have an appointment for something. So, but sleep is definitely on my mind. So I will catch you on the next one later.